Hey, this is Gordon Cockerpunk again. I just did the video about the backspin bolts, but I don't know, I got a bunch of private messages and some people saying that I should do a show like Mike at techPB and all that stuff, and that we would implode and if we ever met, because we come from different backgrounds and all that stuff. I thought I'd just do, maybe a little preachy video here of just where I thought paintball was at. And what I think of Mike and the other people. I'm not going to go all crazy like that guy TB. He's a dick. Anyway, Mike, though, is a sweet guy. I agree with pretty much everything he says most of the time. It's generally correct, what he says. And his assessment of paintball is pretty dang good and all that stuff. What I wanted to, go through is exactly the issue I think paintball is having. And that's... there are so many people, so many kids want to make paintball a legitimate sport. Like, have paintball teams at their schools, and like have paintball on, network TV and all that stuff, and that's great. If you want that, go for it. But the problem is they're playing speedball, they're playing X-ball. That's great. I love speedball, I love X-ball. I play that primarily. I can play woods, I like that too, but I really like speedball the best. Anyway, so you got these guys playing X-ball, playing speedball, claiming that that's the legitimate face of the sport, and that they're legitimizing the sport with their thing, and that woods ball is holding us back and whatnot. But then, like, you look around and, all it is swearing, like, seems like the same kids who, are like, I play X-ball because it's the only legitimate part. Have the fuck those guys on their hoppers, and are those my balls on your face, and like, and you want to legitimize the sport, right? Okay, don't put fuck those guys on your hopper. Okay, just don't. That makes you look like an idiot to anybody with any rational mind. So that's my problem there, is, the people who are legitimizing our sport will be also the ones who will defend cheating, say it's part of the game and all that shit, and that's what it is, it's shit. On the other side of the coin, woods ball isn't anything, because, I played a lot of woods ball. I know people cheat at woods ball, I know people have bad attitudes in woods ball, but that's exactly what I'm getting at. The attitudes and mainly the attitudes and the know-it-allness and the whatnot of the game. Because, some people will say, a scenario paintball becoming big and tournament paintball is, I don't know about fading, but it's at least stagnant at this point. That we're going back to the woods, and, a more honorable type of play is coming back. And that's just simply not true, because, you put a cheater on a speedball course, he's going to cheat. You put a cheater in the woods, he's probably going to cheat more. You put an asshole with a ramping gun in the noobs with the speedball, he's going to light up noobs all day. You put the same asshole in the woods with a ramping gun, he's going to light up noobs all day. The field we play on is irregardless of where the sport's headed. Also, same thing goes with guns. I love pump. I'm a pump player. I'm a stock class player in particular. And, sometimes I'll even go as far as to tout pump as the solution to problems that paintball has, but that might be a fantasy of mine. But realistically, it's not possible because, again, you put an asshole or a cheater or, somebody with a pump gun, he's still an asshole with a pump gun. The problem is the players themselves. We need to, if we're gonna try to legitimize this thing, try to make paintball bigger, try to encourage new players to play more so that we can, grow the sport, we need to clean up the attitude, Take the contract killer, the I'm a baller, the fuck those guys, I do evil things, cheaters live longer. This is all just unprofessional teenage retardedness. Alright, that was cool when you were 12, when you first learned that the rules are there to be broken. That was cool then, but now it's not. So, that's where I see the problem with paintball's future. It doesn't have to do with formats, it doesn't have to do with X-ball versus 7-man, it doesn't have to do with ramping, it doesn't have to do with sideline coaching, it doesn't have to do with scenario paintball, woods ball, rec ball, milsim. It has to do with the attitudes of the players themselves. That's the issue as I see it. Because a dick is still a dick, whether he's got a Slater or Slayer or Lux or whether he's got a 98 custom. He's still the same asshole, and he's still hurting the sport just as badly. So that would be my little rant. Other than that, whatever you want to play, play it. It's great. I enjoy all facets of paintball. So that would be my big preachy video there. Other than that, Mike is a great guy. He's I don't know. I've known him for a while. Well, maybe not known him. I've known of him. He probably doesn't know of me. But I've been a long-time Intimidator fan. I don't actually own one right now, unfortunately. Long-time Intimidator fan, which means Rendition and techPB and all that stuff. That's old hat for me. But yeah, he's always been smart. He knows what he's talking about. He agrees with me on cheating, on smart parts, on all sorts of different stuff. So, you know, he's a long-time tournament player, and I played a few tournaments back in the day, but now I'm just mostly a rec player. Play pretty high-level rec, but I like the pump games the most. So we come from very different backgrounds, but it's interesting that we both have the same, pretty much the same point of view when it comes to where the sport's headed, why it's not doing so well, and what we can do to fix it. And to me, it's the attitude of the players themselves. You know, fix that and make paintball more fun, more inviting. Everybody likes it more when it's more laid back and you know, there's less dicks at the field, and it's much better, much better. So, other than that, you know, Mike and I agree that PB Nation sucks. Mike and I agree that cheating is bad, that I don't even know. We agree on a lot of the stuff. I haven't watched all his videos because obviously I don't need to watch a video on, I don't even know, tank covers or whatever he talks about. But he's exactly right that on most things that I've seen him talk about. So that's about as preachy as I want to get. I don't want to become that guy who preaches all the shit. I'd rather be the Mythbuster. So I'd rather be the engineer, the guy behind the scenes. That's me. So, to all those of you who are asking for my take on paintball, my take on techPB, my take on all that jazz, that's it. So, alright, talk to you later.